everyone, welcome. You're watching Gravenhurst Public Library's Collection Connection. My name is Jennifer Whip and I'm the Child and Youth Services Librarian right here at Gravenhurst Public Library. Now, as most of you will know, Remembrance Day is coming up on November 11th. It's a day that we celebrate all those who gave their lives during many different wars to keep us safe and protect our freedom. I wanted to share with you today a few incredible reads about a really famous little girl named Anne Frank. You may have heard of Anne Frank. She lived in an attic after fleeing her home in Amsterdam while Germany was occupying Holland. She lived in the attic from the time she was 13 until she was 15 with her family and one other family, all because they were Jewish and they were escaping persecution and capture by the Germans. So I don't want to give away too much about her story, but Anne has become an inspirational figure, and her diary that she wrote while she was living in that attic has become an important piece of literature, and it gives us a lot of insight into those times as a person who was escaping persecution. So I wanted to introduce to you some resources and some books and some other graphic novels that you can read to learn more about Anne's life and her time in the attic. So first up, we have a couple of non-fiction books that are going to tell you all about Anne and her life and put it in context within the World War. So we have All About Anne. It's a great book. It has some really great pictures, so it's got a lot of historical photos throughout it and a lot of really cool information about the war and just what it was like during those times. Similarly, we have Anne Frank, Great Lives in Graphics. So this one is going to talk all about Anne. It has some really bright and colorful illustrations and photos. Gives you some maps. Shows you what the attic looked like that she was living in. Okay. Here we have The Diary of a Young Girl. And so this is actually her diary that's been translated into English. This one is definitely a great read, but if you're not looking for a full-length novel or chapter book, you can also read all about her life in our two graphic novels. Both are entitled, this one is just called Anne Frank, and our other one is called The Life of Anne Frank. And so it gives you her entire life story and her journey as a graphic novel. Lastly, I want to recommend The Woman Who Rescued Anne Frank's Diary. So this is all about the woman who saved Anne Frank's diary and made it possible for us to have it today and read it today. So all of these books are on display in our children's section, along with other books featuring World War I, World War II, spies, and espionage. We also have books that feature other children who were victims of the Holocaust, as well as books on women during the war effort and books about Hiroshima and Japanese internment camps right here in Canada. So stop by the library, pick up a book, and learn something for this Remembrance Day. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll be back next week with another video. Bye for now, everyone.